This video has been sponsored by Nestle Pure Life Water. I'm here today to talk about the story The Red Pony by John Steinbeck. It was a stupid book, but it was sort of good. We had to read it for class or summer reading. So this book, it was really short, only 100 pages exactly, and it randomly stopped, just on a sentence. Here, I'll reach the squeezer down to you. The squeezer? Now that just sounds like... Okay. So, the main characters are Jody Tiflin, Carl Tiflin, which is the father, Billy Buck, which is the farming helping hand, Mrs. Tiflin, Gitano, which is the old, weird, scary guy who just comes in saying, I was born here. When he wasn't. Well, he was born like over there, and they're like, oh, your ranch, it's gone now. It was a little mud house, and now it's just smoosh. Anyway, and then grandfather, the same guy who's so stupid and selfish, he just tells the same stories over and over again about the Indians. And then Jody's so interested because he's a boy. That makes no sense. Oh, you know what else makes no sense? Is there's a part in this book about the dogs. Okay? Alright, ready? I have it up for you. When Mutt yelped, which is the dog, Jody's mother called from inside the house. Jody, stop torturing that dog and find something to do. Jody felt mean then, so he threw a rock at Mutt. That makes no sense at all. So he felt mean about hurting the dog, so he threw a rock at it. Okay, moving on. What are the most significant events that happen? Well, the gift of Gavilan, when it rains and Billy was wrong, and the death of Gavilan, arrival of Gitano, gift of Nellie's baby colt, birth of Colt, and grandfather's arrival and stories. Boring stories. What's the book's setting? Time and place. The ranch in Northern California in the early 1900s. What takes place in the book's climax? The crisis or turning point of the book was when Jody had to sit at a desk at school while it was raining when Gavilan was outside. Gavilan got cold and very ill and it all went downhill from there. How does the author create suspense for the reader? The characters become more vividly realistic and reflect their values for actions they might do and motivations. What is the book's theme? Now, this is the question that's mostly asked because this book has only one theme, one point that it was trying to get out in this world. That was only 100 pages that had to make it so incredibly important. The theme is that it's not easy going through adulthood and understanding the ways of life. Yes, we know everyone has to go into adulthood, but we don't have to learn it by killing horses. My question, why does the author no longer mention the baby colt of the book after it's born? Did it die? I mean, it just randomly says the colt is born, and then something, Billy Buck had to yell at Billy to go get some water for it. And then in the rest of the chapter, or the end of the book, Jody doesn't even say anything about the baby colt. I mean, he thought that was the one thing of the story. Who names a horse Gavilan? I mean, it means hawk, but a hawk is not a horse. Horse, hawk. Makes no sense. Why does Gavilan... Why is he red? I've never seen a red pony. I mean, it could be brown, but Jody might see red. I mean, he could be colorblind, but we don't know. This was the 1800s or something, people. We don't know anything about that. While reading this book, it put me to sleep. Just put me to sleep. Okay? Any more questions? Yes. What are the main conflicts or problems the characters face? Well, there was a lot. Thanks to you, John Steinbeck. That's a good thing. This was a good book with good conflicts. But not really, no. Jody does face the conflict of learning the ways of life and taking care of things like the pony. Also, Jody faces another conflict when he had trusted Billy that it wouldn't rain while the pony was out. Billy has the conflict of helping Jody's horse while he, the horse, was sick. Totano faces a conflict of not being wanted at the Tiflin house. Also, grandfather's visit does not excite Carl T., the father, because of the grandfather's repeating stories. That creates a conflict for the whole family. Conflicts, some of them, include life versus death, youth versus old age, responsibility versus irresponsibility. And that is it for the Red Pony. Now, to prove to you that I did a good job, I got an A+ on this report. So, the Red Pony is good, just it's not good. It's not good. But we did have to read it. I did enjoy it, but I didn't like it. But some opinions may change, so read the Red Pony.